What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 102 of the Monday Night War Save. I am Chad Talks, and joining me, as always, is Jmack Gaming.
Hello, everybody. Are you ready for some Nitro?
We are at the go-home for WCW Nitro. Halloween Havoc is this Sunday. Without further ado, let's run the show. And we start off in a pre-show match. A Jmack Gaming setup. It had decent wrestling, didn't have much heat. Vicious and Delicious defeat the New Bloods when Buff Bagwell defeated Fit Finlay with a pinfall with the Yellow Jacket suplex. The last time we checked, Vicious and Delicious, they weren't on the best terms, but they put their differences aside.
For Buff Bagwell's last match here in
Buff Bagwell's last match.
What a sad day.
Sad day, but at least they became friends out of it. And then Scott Norton turns around and lays out Buff.
You sack of shit, you fucking traitor.
And then gives him a too sweet.
Too sweet his unconscious body.
As on his way out, it says bye-bye Buff.
Bye-bye Buff. Sings the crowd.
Bye-bye Buff. Bye-bye Buff.
Buff's in the ring, he gets back up, he's crying.
Buff Bywell, am I right?
But he's not crying because, Scott, or like, he's not crying because he's leaving. He's crying because the fans are being mean to him.
And in a decent pre-show...
What in the fuck? Why do they have great chemistry?
And in a decent pre-show match, Chris Benoit upsets the monster, Big Daddy V, and with a dragon suplex and wins the hardcore title! Chris Benoit, ladies and gentlemen, the war between the nation and the flock continues. Chris Benoit wins the hardcore title.
I hate this game.
Incredible.
Let's just move on.
We start the show. Chris Jericho comes out. He's got the television title, which we all know belongs to Goldberg, and he's flagged by Lex Luger and Sid Vicious. He gets in the ring and he says, "Last week I defeated Goldberg. I ended the undefeated streak of Goldberg. This now makes my streak. I am 1-0 against Goldberg, and I am the television champion." And Lex Luger and Sid Vicious, they are hanging with a winner. They just needed a champion to guide them down the right direction. And with Chris Jericho at their side, I will lead them to new heights. This television title is the most prestigious belt because I hold it. And I hear Goldberg wants his belt back. Well, you were the former champion, which means you are entitled to a rematch. And because I beat you once, I can beat you again. So Goldberg, I know you're back there. I know you're waiting. Come on out and let's do this right now.
So why were Luger and Vicious out there?
Because I don't like Goldberg.
All right. Fair enough.
They're hanging out with Chris Jericho now. It's his entourage.
God damn.
And an extremely short match. Chris Jericho defeated Goldberg with a lion tamer.
Once again.
Chris Jericho then grabs the microphone and says, "I have done what no man has ever done, and I've done it twice. I am 2-0 against Goldberg, and once again, I am the reigning, defending television champion. I am Chris Jericho." And Goldberg, you're at the end of the line. And then Goldberg's music hits. And he comes down to the ring, and Jericho says, "Who is this fan? Get this fan out of here. This fan looks just like Goldberg. He hopped the barricade. Get this fan out of here." And then he's able to weasel his way through the crowd and escape Goldberg. Ooh, Goldberg was just fuming.
Goldberg, Jericho, Halloween Havoc.
All right, next match. And about that decent wrestling, but little heat, the Faces of Fear defeat the Hardy Boys when Meng defeated Matt Hardy with a submission with the tongue and death grip after interference from Jimmy Hart.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Jimmy Hart, why?
Jimmy, why? Jimmy Hart, why? And we have the semifinal match for the U.S. Championship match at Halloween Havoc. And a superb match, Kurt Hennig defeats Raven in 12:38 by pinfall with the Hennig Plus following an interference from Ron Killings.
The Ron Killings?
The Ron Killings.
The one that made Buff quit?
Raven and Kurt Hennig have great chemistry.
Oh, that's good to know for you.
That is good to know.
Only a 76.
Finding a lot of good things out this episode.
Raven off his game, still got a 90.
Nice. Oh my, 92. Raven grabs a microphone and says, I am sick and tired of the nation interfering in my business. This has gone beyond stable warfare. This has gone beyond wrestling. This is personal. So I am sick of it. Ahmed may be on the shelf. Booker T might be showing up to matches high and fighting Ric Flair, but there's still a lot of members of the nation that I have a bone to pick with. So I'm going to pick the nation off one by one by one by one, and then when Ahmed comes back from injury, his ass is mine. Whether it's for the title or it's not for the title, I am going to make Ahmed rue the day he stepped foot in WCW and messed with the flock. Raven is going to end Ahmed's career because Raven rocks and because the flock is the most deadliest goddamn stable in WCW. Fuck the NWO. It is the Flock Show.
The Flock Show. Alright, we move on to this.
And a 6-man tag and a decent wrestling, a little heat. Kidman, Alex Wright, and Christopher Daniels defeat Rey Mysterio, Conan, and Shannon Moore when Kidman defeated Shannon Moore with the Shooting Star Press. One member of the flock that definitely isn't associating himself with the drama, Kidman, who has been on quite the roll since winning the Cruiserweight Championship.
Shannon Moore. Again, weak link.
Shannon Moore, the weak link.
I don't think he's ready, brother.
He might not be.
I don't think he's ready.
Might not be. And then Rey Mysterio grabs a microphone and tells Kidman, did you forget that we were supposed to have a Falls Count Anywhere match? Because I know I sure as hell did. He says, since we couldn't have it at the 100th episode, and since I'm owed that match, I think we're going to have it at Halloween Havoc. Kidman says, that's fine, Ray. I beat you once. I can beat you again.
Don't worry. Lodi helped Kidman during this segment.
Oh, good. He needed help from Lodi.
Kevin Nash.
We go backstage. Kevin Nash is walking around backstage, and he gets interviewed by just some random interviewer. And they ask Kevin Nash, with your match against Sylvester Stallone being this Sunday, what are your thoughts? He said, what are my thoughts? What are my thoughts? How do you think I'm feeling? I'm disgusted. I am appalled that I even have to have this match. He's not even a wrestler. He's a Hollywood actor who plays a fighter in a movie. I am not an actor. I'm not playing a part. I'm a professional wrestler. And I am a real wrestler, unlike that wannabe boxer. Sylvester, you may have gotten lucky in your matches against Horace Hogan. You might have gotten lucky the fact that you've seemed to always had a one-up on us. But, Sylvester, you've never faced an opponent quite like me. All right? And this Sunday, it's me and you in one-on-one match. And I am going to send you packing back to Hollywood. And after I end your career and you can no longer make your Rocky movies, you're going to fall into obscurity and you're going to rue the day you ever messed with Kevin Nash, Hulk Hogan, and the NWO. And walks away.
Damn.
And in a good match, Scott Hall requested a match. He wanted a match against one of the Hearts, and he got it. In a 78 good match, Scott Hall defeated Jim Neidhart with a razor's edge.
Well, that was better than I thought, to be honest.
Yeah, that was better than I thought, too, to be honest. And then after the match, Scott Hall grabs a microphone and says, I think it's time for another episode of Hey Yo. And he starts talking and he says, my first guest is going to be Bret the Hitman Hart, the man that I'm taking on this Sunday at Halloween Havoc. Got a problem with me, got a problem with hot dogs, and I want to give him a piece of my mind. So, Bret, get out here. And then Scott Steiner's music hits, and he grabs the microphone and says, Scott, the only Scott people want to see is Scott Steiner. Now, we're not doing Hey, yo, today we're doing the second episode of Steiner Shoots. He says, get my graphic on the Titantron. And then Steiner Shoots pops up and he says, the fact that I'm not booked in a match this Sunday is absolutely ridiculous. Scott Steiner is the hottest wrestler in the world. I've got the biggest arms in the business, and I've had sex with so many women. The big bad booty daddy can go all night long. And every single one of you women in the crowd wish you were with me instead of those fat pieces of garbage that you brought to the show. Now, ladies, I'm going to be backstage, and you can ride on the Steiner recliner whenever you want. In the meantime, I just want to say, Scott Hall, Bret Hart, feuding over hot dogs. The only wieners I see are you two.
Oh no!
You're a bunch of wieners. You're a bunch of fat pieces of shit.
No.
Scott Steiner, I could beat any single one of you. And I want a piece of anybody. And this Sunday, Steiner is gonna call somebody out. And if you're man enough to step in the ring with the largest arms in the business, then I'm gonna send you home and have sex with your wife. And then Steiner then says, Scott Hall, I am no longer gonna be in the ring with you because you make Scott Steiner worse. And then Scott Hall just looks confused. And then Bret Hart jumps Scott Hall from behind.
Oh no!
And then grabs a microphone and says, Scott Hall, I'll see you this Sunday. And then Too Sweet Scott Steiner, and then goes to the back.
I wonder who Scott Steiner's gonna face at the pay-per-view.
I wonder. And in our second semifinal match to determine who Kurt Hennig will face at Halloween Havoc, Dean Malenko defeats Chris Kanyon with a Texas Cloverleaf. It is going to be Dean Malenko versus Kurt Hennig for the U.S. Championship this Sunday, brother.
Nice. Dean Malenko. Wait, for the U.S. belt?
For the U.S. belt.
Oh yeah, because oh yeah. Forgot Amon got hurt.
Yep. And we go backstage. We are joined live in Hollywood. Sylvester Stallone is currently at a movie premiere promoting his newest movie, and he says, that they're asked, with your match against Scott Steiner, we don't know if not Scott Steiner, Kevin Nash. We don't know if you saw Nitro so far, but he had some words to say to you. So he's going to end your career, and Sylvester says, Kevin, I don't just play a badass in movies. I'm a badass in real life. I'm Sylvester Stallone. All right, and yeah, I am not a real boxer. I'm not actually Rambo, but I'm way worse. I am capable of things that a movie would never show on TV. I'm capable of things that Ted Turner won't even let show on TNT. I am going to go in at Halloween Havoc, Kevin, and I'm going to make you rue the day you ever got in the way of Sylvester Stallone. And after I take you out, I'm then putting my sights on the match everybody wants to see, and that's Sylvester Stallone versus Hulk Hogan. That's all I'm going to say. So, Sylvester Stallone cutting an 86 rating promo.
Don't worry, the main event.
And in our main event, a superb match, Randy Savage, Sting, Diamond Dallas Page, and Ric Flair defeated The Big Show, Harlem Heat, and Eddie Guerrero when Ric Flair defeated Booker T by pinfall. No one was high, so that's good.
Well, you don't know that. It pops up after. Stevie Ray was the weak link.
Yeah, I know.
Wonder what happened. This match did not do...
I mean, Stevie Ray affected it that badly, I guess, with his 58.
Well, everyone just seemed off their game, it looked like.
That's okay. We have this banger. So then after that, Sting and Randy Savage go to their different corners, and they have a contract signing. Bishop says, I first want to say how against this match I actually am. I don't think Sting deserves it. I don't think Randy deserves it, quite frankly. I think the fact that the Big Show is not in this match is a big mistake. And if I had it my way, I'd make the triple threat match like it was originally supposed to be planned. And Zbyszko says, you're only saying that because the Big Show couldn't get the job done last week. If Big Show won, you would not be allowing Sting to be in this match. You would want a one-on-one match. Well, you know what, Bischoff? This isn't happening. All right? I am going to be the guy who's running Nitro here in a few short weeks, and you're going to be unemployed. Maybe WWF can take your ideas, but here in Nitro, I'm not interested. This match is going to be one-on-one Sting versus Randy Savage. And you know, why don't you stop making it about yourself and start making it about these two talents in the ring? And Randy cuts him off and says, I don't care about the world title. I don't care about Halloween Havoc, and I don't care about who's going to run Nitro. What I care about is Elizabeth. You took Elizabeth from me. And even though we have great chemistry down below, she's not there. You took Elizabeth from me. And you said if I didn't give you the match, I didn't want to think about what you would do. Sting, give me back Elizabeth. Sting says, Randy. Elizabeth is fine. I could show you. I could show you right now. And he points up. And a shark cage gets suspended from the top of the arena. And in that shark cage, Elizabeth stands. He says, and Savage is like, let her go, let her go, Elizabeth. And he's trying to jump up off the table to get to her. And Savage is like, Sting's like, you know damn well you're not going to be able to get to the cage, Randy. So here's the thing. You want Elizabeth out of that cage? That's fine. I've got the key. And all you got to do is beat me for it. You put the title on the line, I'll put this key on the line, and when I win, I'm taking the world title, and I'm taking the key.
Oh, no.
and Elizabeth is going to stay in that cage for a very long time. And at this point, Savage is like, Sting, you son of a bitch! And like flips the table over, and Bischoff and Zbyszko are like, whoa, save it for this Sunday. And Savage is like, it pushes Bischoff down. And just like, oh, Sting, you give me the key right now, you son of a bitch! And like takes off his sunglasses, and Zbyszko's like, Savage, save it. And he's like, Zbyszko, get the hell out of here! And pushes him down, and he starts running at Sting. Sting just laughs. The lights go off. They come back on. Sting and Elizabeth aren't there anymore. The only thing we see is Sting's signature on the contract.
Damn.
Savage picks up the contract, looks around, says, if I gotta beat you to get Elizabeth, then I'll see you this Sunday, Sting. And he signs the contract, and that's how we end the show.
Oh no. Let's end it. 82.
82, brother.
Not as good as my 87, but
Oh, yeah, I mean, whatever.
who cares?
Alright, guys, that was the go home to Halloween Havoc. Make sure you tune in for our pay-per-views dropping soon. I am Chad Talks. He's Jmack Gaming. As you can tell from our awesome sidebars, those are our Twitter accounts. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. You subscribe to our YouTube channels. And with that being said,
Fuck the revival.
fuck the revival.